I have had the AVATA 2 for just about a month and a half, and this has been my very first and only FPV drone. And never doing FPV droning before, well, for beginners, it comes with this awesome motion controller, which makes you feel like a superstar. But after a while, you just want more. You just want to do a little bit more. And that is where the DJI FPV Controller 3 comes in. This thing is worth every penny. And you must be wondering, what is that penny? How much is it? Well, it's $199, which seems like a lot for a controller that doesn't have a screen on it. But I will tell you this, it is twofold. It not only works with your AVATA 2, it also connects by USB-C to your computer and works as a computer controller. So for $199, is it worth it? Yes. And I'm going to show you why. Hi, welcome back to the channel. And before we get started, I have to say something very serious to all of you. And that is, thank you. I can't believe that I have 10,000 people joined my cult over the last few years. It's amazing. And as a cult leader, I hope to not let you down. We will not be drinking Kool-Aid, but we will be having fun. I will guarantee that. And we will be starting that with the DJI Controller FPV 3. It's out of order. I said that totally out of order. But this is an amazing, awesome controller. Not only does this work on your AVATA 2 amazingly, it also works on your computer, which is also amazing. And although you see it right here, some people just want to know what it looks like when it comes out of the box. So here's a very quick unboxing, and then we're going to get into the field. And after that, we're going to go and show you what it looks like on a computer. All right, here is the DJI FPV Remote Controller 3. This thing has been getting me so excited. Unboxing process. There's the controller, a little tiny Allen wrench key, or hex key, some people say. And open up the back and adjust the sticks. All right, here we go. And a little sticky right there. And there you go. There, it's powered on, C1. You've got your pause, your record. Holy cow, that seems like that could just be really easy to hit it into manual mode. Oh boy. Now out of the box, this left stick right here is actually going to be like this right one where it just springs back, but you don't want that. Even when you are just doing normal mode or sport mode, you want to get used to having this not spring back and forth. Now it will spring left and right, but when it goes to elevate and the power of the motors, you want to have as much control with that, and you don't want it to spring to the center. So when you do get started, you will be peeling back this rubber right here using that hex screw, and you'll be tightening the hex screw, which will then give you more precision with this. And you'll kind of feel out what works for you, but it is trial and error. So I would try it doing it in the normal mode and the sport mode. And eventually when you feel comfortable with that, and after doing a few simulators, you can then go into full manual and you'll know exactly what to do. Welcome to the inside of my car. Yes, it's pretty exciting. So I did want to mention before we kind of show how, one would use this controller compared to the motion controller. I have switched finally over to using some ND filters. I couldn't wait for specific ones I wanted to come in, so I just ordered these, and I haven't been too disappointed as this little foam came off. I could not tell you who is the maker of it. They're all generic, by the way. Skiriat? I'm not sure. I'll leave a link below if you're interested. But they were actually pretty low in price. I want to say under $50 for this set. And the quality is pretty good. There is a little glare or flare, but not too bad. The quality of the image has been pretty good. So no disappointments. I'll have to compare some other ones. I hope to get KNF Concept in as well, so I can compare that. But we are going to fly right now. I am going to do it in normal mode, then we're gonna go sport mode, then we're gonna go full acro mode. So right now there is this lever right here, and we put it in normal mode. There's sport mode. So we'll switch over to sport mode halfway through. Hopefully I don't hit it all the way and go all the way to manual, but we will go from normal to sport. Okay, the nice thing about these goggles is you can do a lot of the corrections right here. It does say it's in sport mode, so I do want to make sure I have, there we go, normal mode. I almost said neutral mode. I don't necessarily like to shoot at 60 frames per second and slow it down because it's smooth anyways when you bring it into gyro flow and in post-production. So let's back up out of this. And to start your engines, to start the props, you have to bring both of these in at an angle. And so you'll do this, as you can probably hear that. And then you just lift this up and we are in normal mode again. So we're lifting up. There we go. And here I am recording now. So recording, and in normal mode, you can fly around pretty good. I'll kind of relax here in the car. So it is a little windy today, and you might recognize this area from the first time I flew with the motion controller. Normal's okay. I will tell you where you want to use normal is maybe if you're going close to trees, trying to go in between trees, or if you're trying to go into a house or a building, because then you can really take your time with it. But this is the fastest I am going, which is not super fast. It's comfortable. I could probably, oh, there's a little woodchuck. That's cool. So obviously I can go through here. You're not doing dives like you would in a regular FPV acro mode. But yeah, you can feel comfortable. Let's move over to sport mode. This is the fastest I can go, by the way, here. So here. Okay, now we are in sport mode. So in sport mode, I am now going a little bit faster here. And again, there is a little bit of breeze, but at least I can move pretty good. We'll stay over here. You can tell we've had a ton of rain lately. There's some flooding right there. So sport mode, just a little bit faster. Is there a big difference between normal and sport? Really not. Is there a big difference between sport and full acro? Totally. All right, so here's the thing. In normal and in sport mode, when you're taking off, both the sticks have to come down at an angle. In acro mode, or in manual mode, you will have to do a double tap on the start and stop right here to start the engines, start the motors. And then you're not bringing them together, you're just bringing this up gently. So there's a different kind of process, and it's more of a fail safe so you don't screw up and start taking off in manual mode and crash it like crazy. It is a little scary because I have not flown much around water since I've been doing full manual. So this is the first time I'm going to be doing that. But again, if you have a rainy day or a horrible day and you just want to get more practice in, that's when you can hook this controller up to your computer and get some good flight simulation out and get more comfortable with it. Motors are starting. And there we go. Oh man, it makes me nervous every time. So you get a lot more movement. Battery burns up so much faster doing in full manual. But the shots you can get are phenomenal. And the thing is, I'm sure there's a way of going slow when it comes to FPV. I do not know how to go slow. Here's a really cool park that my kids like to go at and play, it's hard to go back. It's fast, less time to react sometimes. So the practice is good. So yeah, I mean, just be a little careful here. And again, this is where maybe I would have better luck learning the 2-finger pinch. And if you have experience doing that, let me know. If you have tips and tricks for a new full manual FPV guy, I am willing to learn. There I am right there. Did you hear the thunder? I'm not sure if you did. So this would be a good time to actually go in and show you how I can hook this up directly to my computer, specifically my Mac, and go into Steam and do some flight simulators with this. So if you're gonna get rain like we're about to do in thunderstorms and you wanna fly, you can test it out, you can crash, you can have fun. There's different simulations. So we're gonna go in there right now and check it out. We are gonna try this. It may not be the best quality, but you'll have an idea on what it looks like when you go to do this. Sure, we're at 120 Hertz and 38 by 2160. 120 Hertz, beautiful. Let's just do good because I want to make sure it runs pretty well. And this is pretty fun. So we're going to start out here. This is a ski simulation. There's nobody skiing, no simulators there, but at least you know what the runs look like and going through the hills and the mountains. So right off the bat, this is exactly what it feels like to fly manual. This one is fun because it gives you that feeling of going through woods and get your confidence a little bit higher for when you do this. I will tell you, I have tried manual coming low and it is scary in real life. But in a simulator, if you crash, you do not total your drone. And you can get a little bit more courageous trying new things. It's kind of fun. Whoa, there. That's what happens when you crash a drone in the simulator. I did that on purpose to show you. Not really, but that gives you an idea. Let's go over here. We're going to fly up the mountain a little bit. There's some ski slopes. This is what it's like kind of going down. So if I were to follow somebody skiing, this is what it would feel like. This is pretty fun, actually. So you get an idea. Now, I did this for about 5 days, maybe like 2 hours a day for 5 days. So yes, 10 hours. And then I was like, whatever, I'm just going to try flying my AVATA 2 in full acro mode. And I was surprised. And that's where you come up here and then you're like, well, let me try a little loop-de-loo. Whoa, that one was a little bit, a little crazy. Would I do that in real life? I don't know. It's like taking your time in your... So you do it a little bit faster in real life. So you'll probably be more like that at first. But then you start taking your time and you do a big turn. And then you can probably do some dives down here. So here we're launching micro drones. Micro drones is like if you're in normal or sport mode. Let's hit this one right away. It's a gym. So this is a simulation of being in a school gym. And yeah, so right here, it is just like being in normal mode or sport mode. And maybe more on that sport mode end of things. And I have found that it is harder in this game to fly than it is in real life. So when I practice in here and then I do it in real life, I have found it's easier to control the AVATA 2 than it is here. This drifts way too much than real life. And yeah, so you get kind of a feeling of flying indoors right here. It is called a silver screen because, well, it's a movie theater. So this is the movie theater. There's movie theater right here and a little soda up there. It's kind of funny that there's a empty soda, some popcorn. So you can fly around in this movie theater. Now, some of these little virtual theaters, by the way, the drifting, you don't drift that much with the AVATA 2. So let's go over to... And if you get good at this, then you'd be amazing at the AVATA too. So look, this is a pretty cool simulator right now. So it's like a commercial or a preview to a movie about drones. So the fact that somebody made this for the game is pretty awesome. This controller is hard to find, but I do have a link below where it is in stock, and that is at B&H Photo. So if you use that affiliate link below, I do get credit for it. It does not cost you any extra. It does help out the channel, but B&H is one of the few places that actually have this in stock. It's been going off the shelves like crazy, and there's good reason for it. There is now a backwards compatible firmware update that just happened, and so that controller too does work with the AVATA 3. Now, it doesn't have the range that you'll get with the Controller 3, but it does save you some money. Again, I want to thank you for joining the crazy train called Jared Hoyman. We are a special cult. We do not hurt people, and we have safe words like drone, camera, Canon. Those are our safe words. Sony, not a safe word. Just kidding. Sony's welcome here. We are at that time of the video where these videos pop up. I have no idea what they are. I made them, and I might have been under the influence of Canon when I made those. So you might want to check them out.